Hey! All right, okay. Okay, Bill. Let go. I get it. I went too far.
Hey everyone, welcome back to TV Deep Dive. I'm your host, Amelia, and today we're breaking down what might be the most explosive episode of Beyond the Gates yet. Season 1, Episode 36, titled House of Cards. If you've been following our recaps all season, you know we've been building to this moment for weeks. And wow, did the writers deliver. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss our coverage of this incredible show. And fair warning, major spoilers ahead for episode 36, so if you haven't watched yet, now's your chance to turn back. All right, let's get into this game-changing episode that has social media absolutely exploding right now. After 35 episodes of mounting tensions, carefully laid plans, and simmering resentments, House of Cards delivers the explosive confrontations we've been waiting for. The Oakwood Estates annual board election serves as the backdrop for multiple storylines reaching their breaking point simultaneously. What begins as a seemingly civilized community event quickly devolves into a night of public revelations, shocking betrayals, and at least one life hanging in the balance. The carefully maintained facade of Oakwood Estates doesn't just crack in this episode, it completely shatters. The brilliant writing team has masterfully woven together the season's disparate threads. From Vernon's increasingly desperate business maneuvers to the three-way power struggle between the Duprees, Hamiltons, and the surprise alliance that's been forming in the shadows. Meanwhile, the younger generation's rebellion against their parents' legacy reaches a point of no return. Let's break down exactly how it all unfolded in this pivotal episode. The episode opens with preparations for the Oakwood Estates Board election gala, traditionally a formality where Vernon Dupree is unanimously reelected as board president. This year, however, there's palpable tension as Bill Hamilton has publicly announced his candidacy, breaking decades of unspoken protocol. Anita Dupree, ever the perfect hostess, oversees preparations with her typical precision, though we can see the strain in her usually composed demeanor. The camera work brilliantly captures her momentary lapses, a shaking hand, a rare sharp word to staff, suggesting she knows something catastrophic is coming. Meanwhile, we see parallel preparations occurring at the Hamilton estate, where Bill and Chelsea coordinate their final moves in what's clearly been a long-planned coup attempt. The contrast between the two households, the Duprees' desperate maintenance of appearances versus the Hamiltons' calculated aggression, sets the tone for the entire episode. After her season-long moral struggle, Danny Dupree has finally decided to go public with evidence of her father's illegal land acquisition that formed Oakwood Estates. Her conversation with investigative journalist Marcus Reed, introduced mid-season, confirms her decision is irreversible. The raw emotion in this scene, Danny's mixture of determination and heartbreak, provides one of the episode's most powerful moments. Nicole confronts Ted with definitive evidence of his offshore accounts and his affair with Leslie Thomas. Their confrontation is a masterclass in acting, with years of resentment, betrayal, and manipulation erupting in a scene that manages to make us sympathize with both characters despite their flaws. After discovering Smitty's medical diagnosis, revealed in episode 31, Martin makes a decision that will shatter his carefully rebuilt reputation, approaching his former criminal associates for help accessing experimental treatment. This scene brilliantly calls back to the mysterious past that's been hinted at throughout the season. The episode finally reveals the full extent of Eva Thomas and Chelsea Hamilton's secret alliance, not just to take down Vernon, but to completely restructure Oakwood Estates' power dynamics. Their late-night meeting with several community board members shows just how methodically they've been working behind the scenes. The brilliant cross-cutting between these four storylines creates mounting tension, with each scene ending on a note that raises the stakes for the characters involved. The gala sequence is a masterpiece of direction and editing, with camera work that grows increasingly unstable as the evening progresses, mirroring the community's crumbling facade of perfection. Vernon's confident entrance with Anita, clearly expecting his usual easy victory, contrasted with Bill Hamilton's arrival flanked by unexpected allies. 2. Ted's conspicuous absence, and Nicole's visible struggle to maintain composure amid whispers about her marriage. 3. Leslie Thomas working the room with her usual charm, unaware that her sister Ava is about to betray her. 4. The shocking appearance of Marcus Reed, the journalist working with Danny, causing visible panic among the community's founding members. 5. Martin's arrival without Smitty, drawing concerned questions that he deflects with increasing desperation. The sequence builds to Vernon's traditional pre-election speech, which starts as his usual confident address but gradually reveals his awareness that something is wrong as he notices unusual alliances forming around the room. The camera brilliantly captures his subtle but growing realization that he's losing control. The election ambush. When voting begins, Eva Thomas unexpectedly nominates Chelsea Hamilton instead of her expected nomination of Bill, revealing their secret alliance. The shocked reactions, especially Leslie's betrayal by her own sister, create a dramatic shift in the room's power dynamics. Sensing defeat, Vernon attempts to postpone the vote by revealing Bill Hamilton's involvement in financial improprieties, only to have Bill counter with even more damaging information about Vernon's past. Their public confrontation exposes decades of mutual blackmail and corruption. In perhaps the most emotionally resonant moment, Nicole Dupree Richardson takes the microphone to announce her divorce from Ted and her withdrawal from both family businesses, rejecting the legacy of manipulation she's been raised in. Actress names delivery of the line, "I'm not a Dupree or a Richardson anymore, I'm just Nicole," earned this episode's biggest social media reaction. The episode delivers its biggest shock when Anita Dupree herself stands to second Chelsea's nomination, revealing that she's been working with Eva and Chelsea all along. Her calculated betrayal of Vernon, explained as protecting the community from both men's destructive ambitions, recontextualizes her actions throughout the entire season. Ted Richardson, having emptied his accounts, attempts to flee the country only to find himself cornered by federal agents tipped off by an anonymous source, strongly implied to be Leslie covering her own involvement. Martin meets with his former criminal associate Dominic, introduced in episode 29, to secure black market access to experimental treatment for Smitty. Their tense exchange ends with a handshake that clearly signals Martin's return to a world he fought to escape. Danny meets with her editor to submit the final draft of her expose on Oakwood Estate's founding, only to discover someone has beaten her to it. The story is already breaking on national news. The question of who actually leaked the documents creates the episode's central mystery. The brilliant intercutting between these crises and the ongoing gala creates a sense of inevitable collapse, with the characters' carefully constructed lives unraveling simultaneously across multiple locations. In a scene of raw emotional intensity, Vernon confronts Anita about her betrayal. Her calm explanation that she's been planning this for years as the only way to break both his and Bill's destructive influence leads to Vernon's complete breakdown. The revelation that she kept and eventually used evidence he thought was destroyed decades ago recontextualizes their entire relationship. Chelsea reveals to her father that she never intended to follow in his footsteps. Her alliance with Eva aims to dismantle the very power structure he helped create. Bill's realization that his daughter outmaneuvered him creates a fascinating role reversal between them. The Thomas sisters' confrontation reveals the deepest betrayal. Eva has been gathering evidence on Leslie's illegal real estate schemes for years. Their scene powerfully examines how childhood resentments evolved into adult manipulation, with neither sister emerging as purely victim or villain. Vernon, having lost everything, confronts Bill in the Oakwood Estate's security office with a gun, accusing him of being behind the leaked documents. Their confrontation escalates until a gunshot is heard. But the episode deliberately doesn't show who was shot or who pulled the trigger. Simultaneously, we see Danny discovering something on her father's computer that causes her visible horror. Martin receiving a threatening call about his deal with Dominic, and Nicole finding a mysterious key left for her by Ted with a cryptic note saying, "This will explain everything." The final montage shows police and ambulances arriving at Oakwood Estates as the community residents watch in shock their perfect world publicly crumbling around them. Every character who pursued power, Vernon, Bill, Leslie, even Chelsea and Eva, finds that victory comes with devastating personal consequences. The episode forces us to question whether anyone truly wins in this zero sum game. The intergenerational conflicts come to a head as children either reject their parents' legacies, Nicole Chelsea, or are forced to confront the true cost of them, Danny. The episode asks powerful questions about what we owe to family versus truth. Oakwood Estates itself is revealed as built on a foundation of lies, both literally through Vernon's illegal land acquisition and figuratively through the facade of harmony that masked decades of resentment and manipulation. The performances in this episode deserve special recognition, particularly from whose revelatory monologue about her years of secret planning delivered the season's most chilling moment. The direction masterfully builds tension through increasingly unstable camera work and discordant music that mirrors the community's collapse. Who was shot in the confrontation between Vernon and Bill? 2. What did Danny discover on her father's computer that horrified her? 3. What will Nicole find with Ted's mysterious key? 4. Will Martin's deal with Dominic save Smitty or destroy them both? 5. Was Anita the one who leaked the documents to the press before Danny could? The episode's number Beyond the Gates hashtag trended worldwide after airing, with most fan theories focusing on the identity of the shooter and the contents of Ted's mysterious lockbox. The theory gaining the most traction suggests that what Danny found connects to the mysterious Marcus mentioned throughout the season, possibly revealing that Oakwood Estates was built not just on illegal land acquisition, but something much darker. House of Cards delivers everything we've been waiting for all season: explosive confrontations, shocking betrayals, and game-changing revelations that completely reshape the world of Oakwood Estates. With just one episode left in the season, the writers have masterfully set up what promises to be an unforgettable finale. The episode's brilliant balance of long-awaited payoffs and new mysteries demonstrates why Beyond the Gates has become the most talked-about drama of 2025. The performances, direction, and writing all reached new heights in this penultimate episode. What did you think of House of Cards? Were you shocked by Anita's betrayal? Who do you think got shot? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe for our finale recap coming next week. Until then, I'm Amelia, and thanks for diving beyond the gates with me.